Welcome aboard, fellow enthusiasts, as we embark on another incredible video. Thank you for joining us today as we dive into Copenhagen Ringsted Line. The Copenhagen Ringsted Line is a high-speed railway on Zealand, Denmark, connecting Copenhagen via Køge with Ringsted. The line was inaugurated on 31 May 2019 and started operating on 1 June as the first high-speed railway in Denmark. It supports speeds of up to 250 km for passenger trains as well as a maximum of 24 trains per hour along its length. As of 2023, the speed limit is 200 km. The construction of the Copenhagen Ringsted line was largely as a consequence of the conventional Copenhagen-Fredericia line between the Danish cities of Copenhagen and Ringsted having become highly congested. During 1999, the first proposals for the route, prepared by the National Rail Planning Committee, were rejected by the Danish Parliament, leading to further studying and refinement. In 2009, the government formally discounted the idea of simply building an extra track alongside the traditional line and, during the following year, opted to authorize the building of a higher speed line along a new alignment. National Railway Infrastructure Agency Banemark intentionally divided the project's work into individual packages, worth between €30 million and €200 million, which were competitively bid for by multiple consortiums and individual companies. On 12 September 2012, the construction phase of the program officially began. In addition to the line itself, other engineering works are also being performed, including the building of 2 new stations, one at Ny Ellebjerg and the other at Køge North, which has now been completed, while additional infrastructure is also being installed at existing stations. By late 2017, reports emerged of severe difficulties having been encountered with the new line's signaling system. According to project officials, initial operations are to be limited to only 1 train per hour for the first year while remedial work is performed. In the upcoming section, we'll be dissecting background and options and exploring its intricate connections to our topic. During the late years, the conventional railway between the Danish cities of Copenhagen to Ringsted became highly congested, forming a bottleneck along that section of the Copenhagen-Fredericia line. Recognizing the necessity of addressing this situation, Danish officials began to consider various methods intended to resolve this. In 1993, the first proposals for improving railway transportation between Copenhagen and Ringsted were formalized. One of the early options to be explored was the construction of new main-line standard tracks between Fredericia and Astrup. During 1994-1997, the Rail Planning Committee decided to expand the railway lines in order to meet passenger capacity between Copenhagen and Ringsted and suggested various specific methods, such as expansion with 2 new tracks. During 1997, the Planning Act was passed, which incorporated a plan for the construction of a new line between Copenhagen and Ringsted. Furthermore, the Act provided 3 different solutions for the project. These involved either the expansion of the existing tracks via the construction of a pair of new tracks alongside the existing lines or construction of 2 tracks along a new alignment between Copenhagen and Ringsted via Køge, which included an option for building a new station at Køge. A combination of both expansion and new construction were also considered. During March 1999, these proposed solutions were rejected, thus efforts were made to refine these proposals ahead of another review. International consultancy firm NIRAS was involved in the production of preliminary design and project propositions. According to official documentation published during 2005, the projected time for the line's completion was 8 years from its authorization, of which construction will take 5 years. Reportedly, the Copenhagen Ringsted line was estimated to incur a one-time cost of $1.83 billion to complete. Brace yourself for a captivating discussion on selection and approval as we explore its nuances and implications. During March 2007, following a review of the studied options, the Danish parliament decided to restrict further research activity to two of the potential solutions, the so-called Greenfield solution and the fifth track solution. In late 2009, the fifth track solution was officially rejected, although it was projected that this option would have been cheaper. During May 2010, the Greenfield solution for the line received approval from the Danish Parliament in the form of the Construction Act. The Greenfield solution's aim is the diversion of all trains which do not service local destinations between Copenhagen and Roskilde or between Roskilde and Ringsted onto a newly built line, which later became known as the Copenhagen-Ringsted line. By building the Copenhagen-Ringsted line, it was anticipated that local traffic could then be expanded on the existing railway, while those trains which travelled on the new line would benefit from reduced travel times between Copenhagen and Køge, where a new station will be constructed at Køge North to be reduced by 15 minutes. In total, a section of new dual-track electrified railway, capable of handling speeds of up to 4 passenger trains, is to be built. Reportedly, this undertaking would be the largest rail program to ever be performed by National Railway Infrastructure Agency Denmark. The decision to construct a new high-speed railway line that it led to the forming of an initiative known as the 1R target, which is a stated aim of reducing travel times across Denmark's major cities, such as Copenhagen, Odense, Aarhus and Aalborg, to just 1 hour. The Copenhagen-Ringsted line shall help reduce some of these intercity journey times to 1 hour or less, although it is also acknowledged that further higher speed lines shall need to be constructed in order to achieve all of the desired reductions. As we embark on the next leg of our journey, let's unpack the layers of route and examine its core elements. As intended, trains are to follow the existing line from Copenhagen Central Station through Ny Ellebjerg Station. The new line will begin south of the Vigersolville station and follow the Kulband Street and the motorway 21. From there, it will turn north of Ish and after that follow the motorway all the way to Fjellebrook-Kirkby in Ringsted municipality, from where it will go north of and parallel to the Old Zealand West line until Ringsted. The line will also be linked to an existing railway that passes between Copenhagen and the Danish land border with Germany. The Copenhagen-Ringsted line will feature a new station at. This facility is intended to be connected to the S-train line Fahrenheit and a future metro line. Another new station is now completed just south of the road edges. This facility is equipped with train platforms both east of S-train in Ellebjerg Ling or Ellebjerg Strand and west of the motorway close to the village Ellebjerg, further to the west, located near motorway exit 30 to north of Køge. A pedestrian bridge formed as a tube over the motorway forms a connection between the platforms. Furthermore, an additional track is to be installed at Køge Station while Ringsted Station is to be renovated as well. The program required the construction of various civil engineering works, including a total of 5 tunnels, which possess a cumulative length of, and 4 bridges, which had a combined length of. In addition, various roads, bridges, and miscellaneous passages are to be installed along the length of the route. Reportedly, the construction phase required of concrete, earth of steel, of gravel and of chippings. With our curiosity piqued, let's embark on a dedicated exploration of construction and its fascinating intricacies. During January 2011, it was announced that a consortium of Singh, EKJ Consulting and Sweco, led by engineering company Atkins, had signed a contract with Denmark to design the first stretch of the railway line. Denmark decided that the best approach would be to divide the contracts for the civil works into packages worth between €30 million and €200 million. In July 2012, civil engineering firm MT Chard was awarded a contract for the construction of 4 road bridges and railway bridges near Vallensborg and Brøndby, while Aarhus Rail was contracted by RailNet Denmark to construct 12 bridges between Ish and Greve in January 2013. During June 2013, a consortium of Barslund and CG Jensen received a contract for the construction of a bridge on Brøndby Esterv, as well as a railway tunnel near Holbottovin. and passed through Vestvolden. On September 2012, a ceremony officiated by the then Minister for Transport Henrik Dam Christensen was held to mark the commencement of construction activity on the new line. At the occasion, much fanfare was made of the improvements to international travel that it promised to enable once completed. In September 2016 was started the construction of the new Køge North station. Minister Hans Christian Schmidt also started track laying beginning in Ringsted this time. It was finished in time in May 2017. In parallel, in January 2017 was started redesign of Ringsted station infrastructure. Some open tracks were reconstructed and 24 turnouts implemented. In May 2017 started final construction with provision of catenary and signaling equipment. Because of difficulties in provision of ETCS signaling and control component of the ERTMS onboard equipment to the trains, some replanning has happened. So there was a need for additional installation of deprecated ATC equipment, which caused a further delay of opening. In August 2018 construction phase was finished, electricity switched on in mid-August and testing with rolling stock was started at the end of August. The line entered in service on 31 May 2019. Being initially opened without the ETCS signaling system using ETC instead, the maximum operating speed of the line was reduced to 180 and its capacity limited to 5 trains per hour. In the first months of operation, only 1 or 2 trains per hour were scheduled on the new line. In April 2023, the ETCS level installation was completed, which will improve trains' regularity. This was also a necessary step for operating trains in the future at the line's construction speed and capacity. As designed, the total capacity of the new line was planned to be 24 trains per hour per direction, but this number is far larger than the current capacity of Copenhagen Central Station, which, as of 2006, was 17 trains arriving from west per hour. The spotlight now falls on opening as we delve deeper into its details. The line was inaugurated on 31 May 2019. Crown Prince Frederik was guest of honor as the new high-speed rail track was opened by National Rail Infrastructure Company Banedenmark. The track has been built to enable high-speed trains which can travel at up to 250 km per hour, although such trains will not be used on the line initially, with operator DSB instead using existing trains at increased speeds. High-speed rail HSR will be possible on the new line in future, however. The Coradia Streamic trains that DSB have ordered for delivery in 2025 will have a top speed of 200 km. Remember to follow me on social media for behind-the-scenes content and updates.